Hello, geeks, and welcome to a very special 6th anniversary edition of Geeks Under the Influence Freeplay. We did a live stream on our Facebook on the 20th of April in celebration of 6 years of being a podcast here at Geeks Under the Influence. Since then, we've, of course, expanded into a full network, supporting a number of regular panelists from the main show, starting their own shows, and we have a lot more planned for 2021. So for now, give a listen to the audio from our live stream. If you want to watch the video of it, it is available on our Facebook page. Just look up GUI Podcast RVA on Facebook, or just follow the link at GUIPodcast.com. Just a reminder, because this is a live stream, we just recorded the audio from that. It isn't as high a quality as a normal episode, but it is still pretty decent quality. You're going to have no trouble hearing everybody talking. There just is a little bit more overtalk, the minimal editing done to the episode. So give it a listen, have fun. It's a wide open conversation from a number of the showrunners and contributors talking about the last 6 years and having fun with each other, just being able to celebrate together. So enjoy it, and we'll see you next week for a regular GUI episode. Enjoy.
The views and opinions expressed on Geeks Under the Influence are that of the panelists and not of our sponsors, Amazon.com and TeePublic. Parental discretion is advised.
We are things that were and shall be again. A changing of the guard, the dead's marching in. You think you can hold out, but you know you're wrong, so you better join us now. You better do it fast, or you will be. Necronomicon gives us power to rise from the dead. You play the tape, our blade begins to spread. You can fight all you want, but it's futile to resist. We're here to take the world and rule with an iron fist. So join us or die, join us or die, or I will swallow your soul. Necronomicon gives us power to rise from the dead.
Deadpool had a stroke.
It's like Deadpool broke his neck.
It's like the beginning of Deadpool 1 when he gets obliterated and he's just kind of like...
It's Deadpool after all those chimichangas.
Yep.
Right?
Getting too hard on the toilet.
All right.
Perfect.
This is COVID Deadpool, where he hasn't been around being gymnastic. And...
You know, he should do a movie where it's just that. Or he's just roaming the streets like totally free.
No, they've already done
Everybody's
the Fat
quarantined.
Thor.
He doesn't have to fucking worry about
it. Deadpool too. That's a little.
It doesn't need to be. I mean, that's a good short. Maybe not a movie.
No, yeah. That could be like what started the franchise, anyways.
Yeah.
One of those little clips.
Okay, I'm not wearing this mask the whole time here.
I was wondering how long that was going to last.
Please don't. Again, we still have. We see half your face.
I felt a lot of calm, and now I'm just angry. I don't know what happened.
I'm sweating anyway. I don't need to be wearing masks on my face at the same time.
You would pass out in there. I guarantee it.
Hello, Facebook followers and the world. We are doing a live stream here for our 6-year anniversary of Geeks Under the Influence as a podcast. Holy shit!
Weird. 6 years.
So,
cheers, gentlemen and ladies.
Cheers.
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 We have been doing this since April 20th of 2015 was the first episode dropping of our podcast. And so it's been 6 years to the day since that time happened. And holy crap, so much has happened, not even just with the podcast and the network, but in the world in the time that we've been doing this.
I will say though, that's normally how moving through time works. Shit happens.
The stuff happens? Yeah, no, I've heard that.
Really?
Just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Give me back my bubble.
And then other things happen.
And then other things happen.
Yeah.
And then more things happen.
And there's a conclusion. It's pretty cool.
Then there was stuff.
Death. The conclusion is death. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all.
So I'm just going to do a quick rundown of everybody on this panel so far, and hopefully we'll get Groots in at some point, depending on when he gets off of work and depending on when we get done with this. For now, just a real quick rundown because there's a lot more people than we normally have. So the GUI pre-capper from the future, we've got the Bruce here with us.
Whee!
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
We've also got Kyle Smash.
Yo.
And his lovely lady and contributor to the network as well, M the Gem.
I just inserted myself. I'm sorry.
No, you're probably. I don't care. That's cool with me.
She beats me, but it's.
Then along with his
cry for
puppet
help.
Ash on the video, we've got from Beautiful Disasters and from the Mouths of Madness, we've got Fuck You Hunter.
What's up, bitches?
And then of
Ashy
course we've got
slashy.
the Geekfather along with Kyle Smash running the Geekfathers podcast here. We've got the original Geekfather, Scotty P.
Yay.
Up, y'all.
And then, of course, my co-hostess with the mostest helps me run the network and this show as well. Gentleman that since episode 2 of this podcast has been there, a bit of support system, helping me all the way along the way of the 6 years. We've got, of course, Lowdown Brown MacGyver.
Hey man, keep going. That stroke was just—I was right there. You like edged me, but I'm not quite there yet, dude.
Also,
That's what we call a virtual hand job.
Because she's not in her own window, of course, my partner in crime and co-host on Deeply Upsetting, we've got Amy Bogarde as well here.
Hi.
Hey. Oh.
Welcome. All right, now good night. Bye. Wait.
Yeah, right?
Oh yeah.
That was great. That felt right. It's time to
Yeah.
go.
Felt pretty good. That's the quickest intro we've ever had on this podcast. That was 4 minutes from beginning to finishing of intros, actually.
Of
Can you
7
just-
people. 8
Yeah.
people.
Hey, Hobbit, can you just grab Groots' head that you still have somewhere
Yeah.
in the video
Holy shit. Yes,
and
I can.
introduce him?
Include him.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Do it. Do it.
He's
I
got
just
that
thought about
ready
that.
to
Like,
roll.
man,
Multiple.
I wish we had a big Groot's head that we could just put up on the camera. And we do.
We have a few of them actually.
Yeah. And just introduce and somebody do Groot's voice.
Oh, we got twins. Oh, triple.
They're close.
Gaping,
Oh my
that gaping hole.
We are the Groots. Groots.
Roots is the Dudemeister.
The Cerberus of our network here.
I like
Cut
to
one head off.
the Ghidorah of our podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now
right.
put one of them in front of Amy and just make out real quick, all right?
Oh, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hot.
That's what we do
Groots
after
action.
the Zoom is over. Behind closed doors.
Amy's like, I didn't sign up
You
for this
get it,
bullshit.
sis.
Fuck off.
Right.
I did not sign up for this.
Now both of y'all wear the mask and y'all make out, so Groot's is making out with himself.
We did that
And
earlier.
virtual.
That's on our OnlyFans. You have to pay for that
Yes,
content.
DUI OnlyFans.
Yeah.
You want to see behind the scenes.
Exclusive.
Is that how we're going to start the GUI Patreon now?
Mhm.
Is it that's our first little extra perk for being a patron?
OnlyFans.
Fuck, if it
Sure
makes
to
us
send
money,
a tip.
like,
Sure.
this is in the 90s. There's no selling out anymore. I'll make out with a Groot's mask on for money. Like, I don't give a shit.
Seriously, there is no selling out anymore. Like that whole concept
That's
of what we
true.
grew up with is gone. It's just
Oh, yeah.
gone and obliterated.
Electricity doesn't pay for itself.
'Cause
Exactly.
That's because the ability to sell out has disappeared. We aren't able to do that anymore.
No, there's no like low threshold. Like you can literally go as low as possible for money and it's fine.
Like, hey guys,
That's literally what we're
do you remember record labels? Do you remember
No,
those?
I don't actually. Like
Wow.
I feel like it's been so long since I've actually seen a stamp of a label on a CD that
And my gain was like way.
What was that?
Sorry, I was just getting the live video up so that I could look for
fingered it.
comments.
Pretty intense advice there, Lowdown. That's
The second fat finger.
Yep, there we go. I fixed it.
Yay!
No, but
So
We're back.
Real Big
Let's
Fish
talk
had it
about.
wrong about being a sellout then.
What's that?
Real Big Fish had it wrong then about being a sellout.
I posted like a year or two ago about Real Big Fish had a song about selling out, and they've been doing the same thing for 20, 25 years, playing that same brand of ska even when it wasn't popular. And then on the other hand, you've got Slayer, who did a new metal album. So as far
Yeah.
as far as
That's
selling
the
out
thing.
goes,
Lowest selling
Now
album
it
ever.
pains me. It pains me that album happened. Drop D-tuning. Ugh. But-
yeah,
It did. Slayer did it. Hey, I'm just.
it's a thing that
you know,
exists
It's
in
a
the
thing.
world.
Fucking sucks.
It's out
like-
there.
Maybe one good song on that album, and that's it. Fuck.
I
I,
just gonna make this face every time it gets brought up.
I really wish they could have went out with a clean slate of just offending people, and that would have been fine. But no, they have to offend them the wrong way by doing a shit new metal album.
It was on their checklist. It was the last group that had to offend was their own fans, all right?
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Who did we offend? Oh, our own fans.
Like,
Check.
okay, Christians,
Isn't that
check.
straight punk rock though?
We've got a couple of comments already. Tondi giving us a shout out, keeping it going is quite an accomplishment. You should be all very proud.
Who did we offend?
I did a what the fuck was that?
I don't know, dude.
Phone went off. Sorry, guys.
No, you're good. There, I put a post out earlier today, just thanking you guys, of course, and then all of our listeners and friends that have been helping out over the years. And yeah, it is one of those things that when we started, I had no idea that it would last this long. This wasn't the thing that I was expecting to be like for good. This was just like a fun thing that I thought would last maybe a year. Of just having fun.
Hold on. I wouldn't say it's for good.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, it's lasted.
Oh God! Could you imagine? Could you imagine? 85 years old. I think Star Wars 62 was better than Star Wars 63.
That's a missing thing in podcasts, though. Where are the old people podcasts, dude?
True.
NPR, dude.
Yeah.
No, because NPR is still regulated. I want an old dude to be dropping the F-bombs and fucking just
that was
fucking nasty slurs. And
that was Prairie
going
Home
to town.
Companion.
Then
Minus
why
some
don't
of the
you just
slurs,
become
but-
friends with Gary Busey and call it a day?
Dude, I'd be set for that.
Oh, I'm all about getting Gary Busey. I would love to get Gary Busey on any of these shows.
I'm just saying, I want old people on record without any restrictions and just going off. That's
gotta
what I want.
exist. I know
you
it's
just
out
gotta
there.
be near them.
It's gotta be out there. Right, Amy, right? It's gotta be out there.
Just hang out with one.
Someone's grandkids help them set up a podcast.
Dude, grandkids, please go to your grandparents and just like say, hey, I want to sit down and talk and record, and let them just fucking go. Just let them fucking go.
Dude, if you want angry old people, just come to the theater once we reopen on a Tuesday.
Well, that's different.
God.
That's a different
Just hold a mic out, and you can start getting pissed off old people, all right?
Shit,
My grandpa says.
Yeah.
There's the
Bruce
title.
got it.
Yeah.
Shit, my grandpa says.
Go to the grocery store at 7 in the morning.
Go to Hardee's at 6 in the morning.
Ooh.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's right before they went to the grocery store.
Yeah, you're like, I'm full now, but I'm still pissed.
And if the service
I
was
lived
shit,
75
you know you're going to
years.
hear about it.
That coffee was not fucking fresh.
Something
my
off of that
biscuit?
gravy. I'm sorry.
Gross.
Why you gotta go there, Hobbit? Why you gotta go there?
Right?
All right, so I did want to kind of bring up at the beginning of this is, I know this is of course a free play where we're just kind of shooting the shit and hanging out, and there's no real format or anything. But I did want to bring up like that this has been 6 years, and we all started at different points in time during the 6 years that we've been a show. But was there like one particular like interview or event or episode that you guys remember that you were really like into? What was your first time on? What parts of GUI? I know for like M, for example, I remember Kyle literally smashing his head on a chandelier, trying to let you in the door in the middle of an episode.
I know Kyle's first time's got a good story behind it.
Yeah.
Yes.
This one. So I heard of you only through Lowdown, and then I at a party. I think it was your birthday.
That's actually our entire listenership is hearing about it.
Party.
Yeah, that's
Hey guys,
basically
we got a
it.
podcaster.
So you're the one.
Yeah.
And he introduced me to you, and you drunkenly just were going off about the podcast. You were just like so excited about it, and so I started getting drunk, going off about Superman.
Ugh.
I was like, I need to talk about this on mic. And then you brought me in on Star Wars. That was my first one. Then you brought me in on that, and then Lowdown during it. I'm shy as hell when I'm on the mic. I don't know what to say. But I'd look over to my left for maybe, hopefully, just a little sort of like guidance from Lowdown. No, not a fucking thing. What I do get is this drunk bitch asleep with a vape half smoking in his hand because he's pressing. And then he's just gone. I think he went to the bathroom. We don't really know. No lights, just.
Oh no, I went to the bathroom to puke. It was a Sunday, dude. I started at brunch at like 10:30. Like I was all day.
Yeah, we
And I was
definitely
like,
did
okay.
go a lot harder at the
We were
beginning.
younger. It was 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, shut up with that.
I'm with Bruce on this one. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, 6 years.
6 years is over half a decade, bro.
Yeah, I lost
Just
my
saying.
hair. Like,
No, Kyle.
No.
That's not how that works.
No,
Great
you
beard.
ended up in the bathroom
no.
about half the episodes. Either you or Groots were usually passed out on one of the couches.
No. That's the only episode I've ever passed out on.
no, that's the
That
only
was
one.
it.
Groot's. Well, I don't know about any before that, but that Groot's definitely is he should get the award for most
yeah.
times passed out
Yeah.
in an episode.
Yeah.
He does it gracefully and quietly though. He
That is-
doesn't make a
I
fuss.
will
He
give-
just silently goes to sleep.
I will give him credit for that, is that he definitely can do it like sneakily.
Yeah.
Where nobody
Yeah, he does.
notices.
I appreciate the GUI nights we did this year, where Groots was so drunk that he started talking about the talking points from the prior episode, and we had to correct him. And it was literally, we're talking about something, lighter, fucking Wyatt Earp. And that was, and we're like, dude, we're not talking about Wyatt Earp. And we had to kind of walk him back to, we're on a new episode, dude. We stopped talking about Kurt Russell a little while ago on the last episode. 'Cause he just started, he stopped it. We thought he was going to say something really important. It was just, fucking Wyatt Earp, man. And that was it.
Dude, he was just right. He woke up right into that. He was like, "Bam! This is what I'm talking."
And then I do want to throw out the GUI nights when we realized how drunk Steven
Oh,
was.
that was. But see, I didn't pass out though. I was just drunk.
You were drunk and you just started asking about time, and we all looked at each other and went, "I'm pretty sure Steven."
I think
We were literally just
no,
talking
this
about
is-
that with Groots
Yeah,
the other
we were.
day.
Yeah. This
Because I
is
think Amy
this is
just came
supernatural
in.
time, man. I'm talking about you're talking about real time. I'm
You
talking
got
about
time, I got time, we all got time, man.
Yeah, I remember that Amy was coming over to hang out after we were done recording, and she had gotten there just in the last few minutes of nights being recorded. So she walks in and is hearing Lowdown talking about time and supernatural time and your time and just like, nope, I'm not going in there.
And then fucking everyone in the ears with your cock. That was a part of that conversation.
I'm gonna fuck you in the ear. That's what,
Because you started apologizing at the end. You're like,
skull fuck you.
I'm so sorry. This is it.
Yeah.
And I was like,
And then it was like, fuck it, I'm not sorry.
and then you're like, you
Yeah.
went the complete opposite. You're like, fuck your ears, fuck
Yeah.
everything.
The sad part
That's
is
amazing.
that's not even the only time that Steven has talked about fucking someone in the ear.
No, I
Well,
think
That's
has
come
to
up
do
a
with
few
the-
times.
it's a
I
fetish.
do remember that I am recording something that people are only listening to it, so ear fucking tends to come into play a lot.
Sure.
Yeah, fair.
Mhm.
So
When you do it for real, it's going to get captured on audio. I don't
That's
think.
the Lowdown. That's
yeah,
the
I
Lowdown
don't think.
way.
I don't think like Hobbit's going to put that one out. You know, a slow dry hand under the table all the
I
time.
will
No,
mention,
that
am
goes
I
on
gonna
the-
head stamp the frontal lobe? What the fuck?
right?
That goes on the Patreon page.
That's
Yeah.
again. That's,
Yeah, it's the
It's not the
OnlyFans.
free shit. It's the shit you
Yeah.
pay for.
that's next to the Groot's mask makeout session. Is,
Mhm.
Yes.
Exactly.
Now,
I will
I-
say the best part about that GUI nights was when Hobbit's like, "When did you get hammered?"
Yeah.
'Cause it was like a light switch.
It was like you were fine 1 second, and then you're just and then all of a sudden you're like, and you got time, and God got and dicks and ears, and I don't know what the fuck happened.
I'll tell
That
you
was
what.
amazing.
We live up to the under the influence part.
Yeah.
Of the whole now.
Yeah, even
for
to this
sure.
day, it's
That's-
just
this is what you're getting.
Well, I think
the
the
audience right now.
the balance of the drunkenness and the actual like conversation is, I think, a little bit better now than it was at the
Oh,
beginning.
it's a lot better. Let's
Oh,
give
yeah.
ourselves credit. It's a lot better.
Those
We've
early
learned to drink
episodes.
water before, you know, like during.
Right.
Well, it used to be people
Maybe eat food beforehand.
people would
Exactly.
come over.
That's what I was about to say.
and
yeah.
and we'd hang out for like 2 or 3 hours before we started recording. Then
Yeah.
we'd take a break for like 2 hours, and then keep drinking, and then come back. And that's why the second half started as off the rails, because we'd be like fucking shit hammered by the
Yeah,
time
dude,
we
like-
recorded the second half.
Listeners, please, like, by the time we got to done the episode, so when you finish it, you listen to it in like an hour 45, 2 hour format. It was like 1 a.m. for us.
Yeah,
And we started at 6.
yeah, exactly.
Think about how much alcohol is ingested. Now we were taking breaks, and like you said, 2 hours beforehand. So basically, anything we would have said on the episode, we at one point soberly said it to each other prior to the episode recording, and then got so drunk that we ended up repeating ourselves and kind of being really proud that this was a new thought.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Don't forget the shares.
We came
as
back
well.
around and had an epiphany.
right.
Yeah, we were just like, man, I can't believe I never thought of this.
Drunken epiphany.
All
Yeah.
that sober
Oh,
talk out the
Jesus.
window.
Now,
Oh, yeah.
I want to give a brief shout out, and also to anybody that's watching, if you wanted to ask any questions or anything, I'm keeping an eye on the comments for the live stream, so just post your comments and the questions, and we'll get to them. Mike Reiser says, congrats, you guys. Great shows from great people that are always interesting. That's a beautiful lie. I appreciate it.
Check in the
Love you,
mail.
Mike.
It's
Love you,
fantastic.
Mike. Can't wait to have you
Love
back
you,
on,
Mike.
No
dude.
shit, man. He's
Always
a great
good
guest.
shit with you, man. Always good. Always good.
Chris Porter giving us some love, saying thrilling
Fuck yeah.
in a very sarcastic kind of tone. And he's
Mhm.
outside my house right now, apparently. So that's not
Concerning.
creepy at all. Oh,
Creepy.
Huh?
I think that's
What?
from the stalker conversation.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that
So,
Chris? Chris
yeah.
is the stalker? We
Yeah.
found him? I know where he lives.
You know
Cool.
what? You could not ask for a nicer stalker, really.
That
I
is
mean,
true.
True.
He's such a
True.
That is
sweetheart.
very true.
So,
Yeah,
what,
it's
just
pretty
like
amazing.
maybe flowers and chocolates, no dead animals?
I mean, I would
no
take
boiling rabbits.
Maybe
things of
like
that nature.
random, like, Star Wars figures.
He would
and,
ask you the creepiest thing that you want before he brings it to you.
That's true. That is true. Yeah.
So he drinks the milk, but he replaces it.
There you go.
So thoughtful.
Yeah,
There you go.
with soy milk. He's mad at you that day.
Oh.
That's terrible.
Damn
That's
serial killer
terrible.
thing to do is what that is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sociopath.
Oh shit. So I mean, my first episode was fucking the second episode.
Yeah.
'Cause
That
I
was
mean, it
just
so rare
called
to have me.
All
like-
of Horror that ever
Dude, and so-
existed. It was the name of the episode.
Everyone
Great
listening,
concept.
especially Hobbit, the fact that we had the epiphany the same night about needing a horror podcast on the network took us like 4 years and like 2 months, when the first episode that I was on and that you asked me to be on was a horror episode.
I also do want to point out, like, the expectation for how long this shit was going to last is clearly in that we had an episode just called horror, like the genre.
That's the, like, so I know that was like the highest rated for like the first few years.
That's amazing.
But I was like, we're covering literature, movies, TV shows. We're like
Oh, it
covering
was a big
all
old
of horror.
orgasm of
because
But-
clearly we're not
yeah.
making it past 5 episodes, so we gotta get this all
We're
knocked out.
going.
Gotta get horror in
And
there.
then we do
Yeah.
have it's still fun to listen to if you guys go back to and actually get the zip file for our old episodes.
I was about to say,
They
if you
are
have to
available.
pull up the
They
zip
are
file
available.
for
You
it,
just have to
it's
do a little
all-
work for them. There is a giant rant at the end about Michael Myers versus Jason Voorhees that I feel like I still won. I do. I do.
I'm thinking of like the early episodes, and they're so true. There was a science episode like that.
Yes, just science.
All of science.
And we
Oh,
used
thanks.
Bill Nye for the fucking
That's
image
incredible.
for the fucking episode. Oh, yeah, and do you remember in all the fucking the booze ones we did? You would use fucking drunken ass Nick Nolte.
Oh right, boozers.
Oh, yeah,
The boozer episodes.
Yeah.
Oh man. Fuck, that
Then we had
was
a
like so long ago.
all video games episode of all
Yeah.
all time, all of them,
all time.
all the
time.
video games.
Yeah.
So
Wait, what was
Did
the
you-
first ever episode?
the first episode was
Vader's robot dong.
That was Star Wars.
Okay, so Star Wars, then horror.
Yep.
Then horror.
That's
all of horror.
amazing.
All of horror.
I don't
Yes.
remember what 3 was yet. Like I don't have it memorized, but because we're
Yeah, I don't remember what 3 was. No. But the first 2 were I do remember those.
Yeah.
I feel like episode 5 was like fucking Ultron. Like we went right to specific movies like within the first 10 episodes.
no, I think 5 was Fury Road.
Yeah, Mad Max.
But
yeah,
Ultron wasn't
Fury
long
Road.
after that because that came out like right after that, I think.
It did. It came out in April.
Yeah.
I think it was just no, it came out in May. So it had to be like episode like 6 or 7 ish.
Well, that first year at GUI was a lot of the Marvel stuff was happening. My first episode was Doctor Who, so that was right in the middle of Matt Smith as Doctor Who. So
Yeah.
stuff was really like super peaked with that show at that time. So that,
Matt Smith makes me peak too, so
well,
get it.
I mean, fair.
Nerd.
I'm not going to argue with that statement.
bow
I
ties
mean,
are cool. So
true.
Yeah.
Especially when that's all he has on.
yeah.
But-
Ooh.
We're like Dr.
Doctor
No.
Hey.
Hey.
Doctor, how you doing?
Doctor, leave a tip.
With his big, juicy
Oh.
British pencil thin lips.
Doctor only.
I
the
call
tip.
it the tongue depressor.
Big and Pencilton don't work together.
Actually, look at Matt Smith's face, and they do.
Oh, I have no idea who Matt Smith is, so I was just using the adjectives. They don't work together.
Mm-mm.
Sorry.
He looks like a guy that talks like an old English accent that in my day, like an Orson Welles-y British kind of thing.
So wait, Orson Welles means a British dude?
Yeah.
Oh God.
That's what he looks like. He sounds like, but he
It
doesn't.
all works
sound
because
like
you
that
can't
at all.
understand them.
Yeah.
Oh God,
When they're that old and that British.
Terry's watching the live stream and suggested Dr. Uwu.
Wow.
As,
Wow.
well
All
done.
right.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So
There was always there was the bachelor party / cabin episode that will forever be the most drunk.
Oh, that's
about
the iconic drunk episode.
talk about
Holy
repeating
shit.
yourself. I told the same story like 3 times on that fucking
You
episode.
You
This is
do.
what I mean. This is what I mean. At
Literally.
some point, we had those conversations sober in that day, and we were so drunk that we just repeated our. I mean,
It's not
every
that
one of
day,
us
dude.
did it.
For Hobbit, it was like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It was 20
Yeah,
minutes.
it was.
I was on an episode with him where he's holding onto the microphone for balance.
I remember that episode because
God.
Hunter and I fucking brought it home because he couldn't.
Oh, that was
The
That was,
Justice-
The microphone.
that was
Justice
Justice
League
League
episode.
Yeah, Justice
Yeah.
League. Yeah.
Justice League episode.
I remember him
Oh, I
about to
wish
make
I
a
was there
point.
for that.
He was about to make a point, and then he just leaned in on the mic and was like, I don't know.
I looked at Hunter and we're like, all right, dude, we got to bring
Yeah.
this home and like, let's
There-
get
there's
it done.
definitely been
Nope.
a couple of
Oh,
episodes for
man.
sure where Hobbit, where we basically sit there and go, Hobbit, we're done with the episode. Press stop on the unrecording.
I don't remember exactly what I
Okay.
said for the Justice League episode, but I do remember just being like, oh, I give up. Like, I'm done. I just, like, fully.
You can hear it.
Oh,
When you
yeah.
listen to it, you
Yeah.
can hear it.
I felt like the designated driver that was secretly doing shots in the back of the party, and it's just like, you got to find your own way home. I'm sleeping in the back seat, just like
You were the
done.
designated
While
driver
you're
doing
doing
shots
DD,
in the
it's like,
front
I'm
seat.
just tired.
Yeah. Stoplight shot.
Yeah, right.
Right.
So, Hunter, what was your first episode?
It was Superman versus Batman. With,
Batman vs Superman. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
which
You wanted to
was-
go on specifically to fuck with Smash.
Yep. That was my
Nope,
first
that
one.
movie's trash.
And then
This
2
is
days.
for you, buddy.
Aw.
Oh God.
That's
God.
even the emo Superman. Jeez,
This
man.
is the Brandon
So,
Ralph one. This is
under
from
the,
the
under
present
the
that I
Superman
got.
needs-
Kyle Patreon page, he is secretly licking the underwear on that figure.
He's just
Pay for that.
I got several versions. Which one you want?
Well, Superman needs to return.
Homo bar!
Superman
Yeah,
needs
Superman
to return
orgy.
to the bookshelf and get out of our face, please.
Same colors, just different hero.
Yep.
Don't
I
put
would
Mario
take
in that.
Mario all day over Superman.
Yeah, absolutely.
At least with Mario, you get a mustache ride. Come on.
And also, a little known fact that if you jump on Superman's head, he shoots out of his suit, and then you can throw his suit at people.
Yes,
but he
yes.
can,
Oh.
Yeah.
but he can vibrate fast, so that's got to be worth something, right?
I bet you know
Ladies,
that.
Anything? Yes, is that worth something?
You know what's bad is that he said that and all of us kind of went, huh.
Yeah. He's got that vibrate ability, that we all like and enjoy hours on end.
Hey, talk about if you need to earn some money. He's golden.
Motherfucker, I got a washing machine. I'm good. Like, I don't.
Yeah. I imagine how awesome it would have been to been the woman on the Howard Stern show that got that.
Oh,
from
the speaker? Yeah.
Yeah, the speaker.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know about that?
I don't think so.
It was in private parts,
yeah.
but it was actually an episode that he did where he had a woman, listener, turn a speaker on its side and then straddle it, and then change to like heavy bass on her stereo, and then he
Turn
started
it all the way up.
and
Wow.
it made her like
Come on air.
climax on air.
Like
Yeah.
live, open air, random radio, radio station you can tune to without any subscription. Just
That is
yeah,
amazing.
That was.
No, that was
I love
back
him for
when
that.
Howard Stern
Everybody's
was actually
taking-
prevalent on radio.
Right.
M cheers. She's like, yes.
M's like, and Smash is worthless now.
Just buy a nice speaker.
It took you long enough to realize. Just
And we
saying.
are just roommates now.
I mean,
He's
we're
gonna
almost
stay
3
in there.
years in. I'm stuck.
God, it has been that long, hasn't it? And
The,
what's
like,
the,
the,
Superman shit should have given it away, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
I would show you guys the Superman / superhero kind of collage that I'm creating on his stairwell now that I've moved in here and I've gotten them all collectively together
Yeah,
instead of just randomly spread out in the house.
Oh,
So.
the random
easier to
thread was
catch out on
like
fire.
A little bit everywhere
When-
you went,
Fire.
it's
So-
a darker.
Yeah, but
it's
it looks really good. I kind of took the inspiration from Scotty P and Hobbit and Hunter's house because I see like all of your decorations and everything, and I was
Mhm.
like, I kind of want to do that, and I kind of want to copy y'all, and y'all gave me that inspiration.
Thank my
Nice.
wife. I'm not going to take credit on that. That's
Well, then
my
thank
wife.
her for me.
So I will.
Yeah, I think also Amy was the one like gallery wall. I'm like, okay.
I love a gallery wall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yep.
I'm gonna go grab the well, quote unquote share that we're gonna be sharing with each other, Amy and I.
Oh yes.
It's actually kind of thematic to the geekery, I guess, general geekery. But I'll be back in a second. You guys keep doing the thing.
So,
Stephen, to answer your question,
mhm.
The first episode I was exposed to, I guess. Well, I started listening to them.
I know when you were
Sorry.
exposed.
We're exposing ourselves again.
I started listening to them when Kyle and I started like hanging out. And then Kyle invited me over to Hobbit's house one night for a GUI podcast. And then
I remember that.
what
I
was
was
it?
there.
GUI night. Yeah, you were there. And he asked me to be on the GUI nights one. And I think we talked about that movie Clone, is it called? And that was like my only contribution was like, I know that movie. They made clones of
Oh yeah.
everybody. Do you
It was a
remember
Steve
that?
Rogers moment. I understood that reference.
That's like a
Thank
hard
you.
pull. By night,
Yeah.
I'm not always like.
Seems like I don't
Not
remember
always.
shit.
I don't always remember.
I don't
nights,
remember anything.
But I do
tonight.
remember you
I need
showing
something
up
to be
during
less
the
coherent.
full length, and you sat off to the side at the old at Hobbit's Teos Lane, Taos, whatever the fuck you pronounce that fucking word. I hate that word. And you were on nights. Now then, after that, I don't know if you did something with Smash Talk, but then after that, you were on Madness for Zombie.
Yeah.
I do know we had you. We had you on Madness for Zombieland Double Tap.
Yeah.
You were on
Yeah.
that.
So I think I had done like maybe a podcast right before Madness with Kyle not too long after that. And I don't think we ever posted it, but
Was it a Patreon episode?
I have no idea. He's signing to me in the background right
It's-
now. And
Kyle got Emily to put a speaker on its side and straddle it. And then-
Apparently.
Hey, Kyle, get a new chair, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing, dude. I'm like, dude, chair is busted as fuck, dude.
I've never seen that busted ass chair until right
Come
now.
on, man. Come on, man. Coming straight from the mouths of madness, I'm Lowdown.
I'm FU Hunter.
Do you love horror?
We fucking do.
So this is a podcast dedicated to all things in cinematic horror. We're talking movies, television, composers, special effects artists. We're gonna fucking cover it.
So if you love horror,
Embrace the madness.
My name is Amy Bogarde,
and I'm Mike the Hobbit.
and we are the hosts of Deeply Upsetting, where we use our expertise to answer your most upsetting hypothetical quandaries, such as what non-winged animal deserves wings?
And what body part deserves a secret mouth?
Which cryptid is the worst roommate?
These questions and more that plague you will be answered on Deeply Upsetting, available anywhere you get your podcasts and at GUIPodcast.com.
Hey guys, Scotty Big Daddy Preston here. That's right, the Geek Father, asking you to join me here every other week with friends and family of the GUI network as we go through all the trials and tribulations of being a geeky parent. So remember, join us or cry.
In a world ravaged by movie studios that keep rehashing the same things, only one podcaster has the guts to make it even worse. Join Mike the Hobbit as he traverses the internet to bring you some of the best and worst ideas for reboots, remakes, and reimaginings of some of your favorite and least favorite TV and film properties. Ideas like a John Waters He-Man movie, Fantastic Four the musical, and Aliens, done entirely with marionettes. What podcast would bring this evil upon the world? This is Smack My Pitch Up. Available anywhere you get your podcasts.
All right, so what I got for us to enjoy during this episode is hard cider from New York State called True Believer. True Believer. Is the name.
Ah,
God.
Bouncy Souls alcohol. All right.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, is that what you're going with? Were you going with Bouncing Souls?
No, I'm going with Stan Lee. Hey, True Believers.
Oh.
Yeah, come on now.
Okay.
It's a sparkling hard apple cider. It's an off-dry sparkling cider produced from select apples grown locally in the heart of New York. The Standard Cider Company is dedicated to being the best craft producer of hard apple cider in New York, blah, 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 stuff and stuff. 7% alcohol, so.
Nice.
And really not bad.
Yeah.
It
No,
tastes-
not bad, but not the best.
It's okay.
It's apple juicy.
Amy, tell me the truth, Amy.
It's
Come
a
on.
little vinegary. There's like a weird vinegar aftertaste.
Little tartness.
Yeah.
Well, there's
it's not my
tartness
favorite.
and there's like vinegar. She said vinegar.
Well,
That's
it's not I wouldn't say vinegar. The tartness is a little bit.
I feel like there's an aroma of vinegar. There's a little bit of vinegar action going on.
Sousson of
Yes,
vinegar.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I didn't need it. I'll tell you that much. I would have been fine without the vinegar aspect, really. Just the apples themselves would have been good.
Yeah,
No,
so
wait,
it's cider, so you just apples.
Yep.
It makes sense,
Is
right?
this the part of the show where we're talking about what we're drinking? Or is
Sure.
this
Sure.
just-
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
Can we, if anything, we just get Kyle to live sing the theme song.
Hey,
Yes,
Kyle.
Kyle.
Come on, Kyle.
Come on in there.
Kyle.
Yeah.
It's all you, bro.
Peer pressure.
I always
Three.
forget the words. You've not learned
And a
your
two.
lesson yet.
We play it every fucking episode, dude.
And a one.
You
It's
would
also
think
like
it
2
matters, but
lines.
it doesn't.
Go, Kyle.
It just doesn't.
You're
Come on,
on.
make it happen, man.
Everyone
Come
shut
on,
up.
Kyle. This is what really
don't know.
got me to
I-
listen.
Just guess.
Was your
Just
beautiful
guess.
voice.
Hey, we're fucking drinking. We're getting drunk. You want to know? Well, here you go. Hey.
We're
Say the last
Literally
thing.
all the lyrics, all right?
Here we go. Live from Kyle's
Yeah.
room.
Yeah,
I don't know if I remember the song.
That's what people really tuned in for, is to get the live experience of Kyle Smash.
And dude, it was on point. Like, yeah, you nailed it, dude.
Yeah.
Good job.
Good.
So, I mean,
I'm
we've
gonna
had,
Sound
drink
exactly
heavier
the
now.
same.
we've had panels that have come on and said that song gets stuck in their head. So like,
all the time.
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
banger.
Hunter, you
Some of the-
fucked up. You should have had Ashley Slashy mouthing while Kyle.
Oh, yeah, I know. God damn
That
it.
would have been awesome.
Hey, fucking drinking.
That's badass.
Why
Yeah,
don't we
but
make
he's got too much hair. Sorry.
Why don't we make a little GUI music video and we'll do something like that?
Oh, that'd be
Have some
cool.
puppets
Little
and,
Ashley Slashy singing, "Hey, we're fucking
yeah.
drinking." That'd be fun. as
Yes.
shit.
little heavy
Just
music
put
to it.
a fake bold piece on them.
No, we do not.
Wait,
Write it
who's,
down real quick, sorry.
who's gonna be the douchey person with the acoustic guitar in the back, just being ding 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 ding? Lowdown? Lowdown.
Lowdown. Lowdown should do it.
Yeah,
Get you
like
some
every
Birkenstocks.
90s video.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Like
the rocking back and forth with a smile. It's like Black Hole Sun continuously through the 90s. That's all you
My ocean.
well, stop.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
Had your time.
You already had your chance
Tragedy.
to sing,
That
dude.
was a tragedy.
No more singing. That was it, all right?
So clearly, this episode is definitely not for the listeners. This is
No, not at all. No. I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
You guys,
Yeah.
I mean, come on. If you're a listener and if you went back, you already have heard this stuff. So for you, it should be a callback as well.
right.
We hope you're enjoying the callbacks. That's what, really, we hope you're enjoying the stories as much as we are. That's really
We're
what
doing
it's for me,
it.
you know?
I think one of my favorite moments for GUI was the first time that we got a press pass to a live event.
Oh, barbecue.
Barbecue.
Fucking barbecue.
And it was Lowdown's birthday, or like, was it on, or it was like right next to your birthday when it?
Barbecue was always around my birthday. It was only once was it on my birthday, and that was like a year or two before we got the press pass. But no, it was like my birthday weekend.
Yeah.
So like, and I remember we like parked in this special lot, and I'm like, what the fuck do we do? Like, we're both like freaking like kind of we're like, what the fuck do we do? We've got like this press pass, and we have to ride a special bus in.
We're like Wayne and Garth backstage showing our passes to everybody to make sure we.
That's all I imagine is you two just going.
You're not worthy.
Yeah.
The first time we went up off to the side, which you could be there to like take pictures while bands were playing, like on the side of the stage, and we were like, and they're like, yeah, come on through, and we're like, really? Just not.
We totally took too many selfies of us next to the band on the stage playing.
My favorite is us
like it
just
was too much.
having like a holy shit look on our faces, and American Nightmare is just playing right behind
Fuck yeah,
us.
dude, right? It's fucking American Nightmare, dude. We're like, yeah, they're right. I can kind of touch them.
Like he's fucking jabronis on the side of the stage.
That
here.
was the, that was the
fuck
same
you. Don't use
one.
that. You can't use that. We're not.
That was the
jabronis.
same barbecue that you guys were able to talk to John Russo as
Yes,
well. Correct?
yes, it
Yes.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John
Because that was
Russo,
at
yeah.
the
awesome.
Beard League, and our tent was set up right next to John Russo, so I got to hang out with him all day.
That's fucking rad. And that weekend he did something at Guar Bar too.
Yeah.
That same
I
weekend.
think he did like a signing and a talking thing, didn't he?
Yeah.
So.
He has all these old OG copies of Return of the Living Dead, the book.
Oh,
yeah.
Like the one I bought I bought it and I got him to sign it there, and it's got like mold in it. But I don't care because it's like he was like, it was in my basement. It's an original print in my basement.
That's
and
authentic
it got
mold,
moisture.
man.
It's seriously, I'm like, I don't really give a shit because it was in your basement. You wrote it,
Yeah,
and
right.
now you're selling it. Fuck
That's
it, whatever.
Pennsylvania mold, dude. That's
Yeah.
worth a lot more.
That's some Pennsylvania.
that's classic 1970s Pennsylvania
mold, dude. That's what I'm saying.
When-
It's
when
like
you
OG
sell it-
fucking
yeah.
print, dude.
When you sell it later on, put in there authentic Pennsylvania mold.
Right.
You know, you double the price, man.
Yeah, I should have had him like write that and like put an arrow to it. Just certification of completeness.
Smash Lorna said, "Good job, Kyle, on your singing for what we're drinking." So.
Aw.
Oh, thank you.
See, there you go. I'm trying to remember. I remember the episode because we had switched the room around at that point. But Bruce, what was your first episode?
Oh, geez. I remember coming to the trivia that you guys used to do, and just going, "Hey, you got a podcast?" I did podcasts. Hey, I'd like to be on your show. I don't even remember the damn topic of the show. And it's just like, whatever, it doesn't matter. But yeah, it was.
Yeah, Bruce, the only dude that went from a podcast with geek in the name to a podcast with geek in the name.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I remember we had you had switched the room around to where it was tables on both sides instead of one center one.
Yeah.
And that when it was tables on both sides, that he had came on after that. So we had done a rearranging. I just can't remember what the fuck the topic was.
Yeah, I don't remember either. I've done a couple of episodes of the show, but it was just good just to get in front of a microphone again, and that kind of got me back into loving this again. After doing the show for like 7-8 years, I did the other show, and I took a couple of years of break, and I was like, yeah, I kind of miss this. I want to do this again. So,
because it's fucking fun, right?
God, it's a blast.
It's fucking fun, regardless of all the stress that can and does come with it, especially during now. I can't say that happily, but it still is.
Yeah, I mean, even sitting down on a Sunday and just typing up my notes and going, okay, this. Hey, Hobbit, can I have a GUI news, please?
Yeah, right.
Wait, you still have to remind him, Hobbit.
Every week.
Hobbit.
No, there was 1 week. 2 weeks.
I've been doing this show for 5 fucking years. 2 times he has actually sent me the GUI news before I've asked for it. So,
shame on you, sir. Shame on you.
It sounds like he's keeping up with tradition. That's all.
No, but the thing is, Hobbit is such a
Consistency, sir. Consistency.
Hobbit is such a stickler for everyone else to be on point.
Yeah.
He himself.
Well, I think he actually has to wait for you guys to tell him who's going to be on who's doing a show this week.
No, I told him, dude, unless you hear otherwise, we're releasing. So
no, with Mouse of Madness, I know that you're releasing unless otherwise. But yeah, there are some shows that it depends on the week and stuff. And I'll check with you guys occasionally. I know the schedule for Geekfathers, for example, so I know it's just like every other one.
We changed a couple times in the past, like 6 to 8 months, so that's fair on our part.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to get Hobbit shit. Don't take this from me.
Sir, you have had 6 years of giving me shit. Like, where's the limit for you?
Dude, I've had like almost 20 years of giving you shit.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah.
Aww.
I'm not tired
never
yet.
end.
I am not tired of it yet. So
y'all gonna be those old ass motherfuckers. You're still gonna be giving them shit. So
no, seriously, dude. Like, I want all of us to be in the same fucking retirement home.
Right.
Still recording.
Right.
Still recording. We'll be the old guys.
We'll be recording. They'll just
we
put
just
the
talking about
microphones on
fucking
the tables.
Well,
we're just talking about.
We'll think we're recording.
We're just going to be called geriatrics under the influence. We can still have the same abbreviations.
Oh my god! Please.
Geriatrics.
I could just see like Hobbit after the supposed recording, just old as fuck at a table, probably playing with an Etch-a-Sketch, thinking he's editing. Talk over each other too much. You redlined.
Hey, bingo's starting.
At that point, we have to get worried if Anthony falls asleep because he might actually be dead.
Someone grab the mirror.
No, he slipped in he slipped in the flask. He went out peacefully.
Like whoever
geriatrics under the influence.
Whoever lives the longest gets to like own the title of head geek of Geeks Under the Influence.
Right.
Oh yeah, so like you're just like hoping you're just like waiting for the next person to die so you can get it.
Yeah,
like
I'm host now.
I hope this is a private home that our children and grandchildren fund for us, because we'll get kicked out.
Yeah,
to be perfectly honest.
Dude, no, the homes are going to have to adapt because I feel like the majority of our generation is going to be the same.
Yeah,
so they're going to have to adapt. They're going to have to. We're not boomers.
Look, I've been
taking caretakers will be robots anyways.
True.
It'll be good.
I haven't taken beer bongs or like played beer pong or anything like that in several years. But
that's my thing.
When
like
I'm
in retirement,
80,
dude.
Fuck that.
Absolutely.
Dude, in my retirement, I'm ripping bongs. I'm fucking chugging. I don't give a fuck, dude. I'm gonna die anyway.
You were
Who gives
just
a shit?
Amy and I were joking about like in our 80s and 90s, being like, heroin.
Made it this long.
Who's got a
I've
hookup?
lived my life. I have a retirement. I can afford this. Fuck it.
Oh, it's,
like
it's
six
adverse to my
items.
health. I don't have legs. Like,
I have no legs.
diabetes took them. Like,
Which one of us is that?
Can we just make a deal
Are there
that,
no legs between us
there's
in this
no-
scenario?
We have 0 legs between
oh
us.
my god.
I was gonna say, can we just make a
Jimmy's like,
deal
hold on
that
a minute, hold on.
if Lowdown outlives Hobbit, that at his Hobbit's funeral he says in a final, "Shut the fuck up, Hobbit,"
I would totally do that.
and then
Like,
close the casket.
I would probably be crying, but still just like shut the fuck up, Hobbit.
Let's be honest, with his rage, he is not outliving me. Like,
Oh, you have no idea, bro. You do not know, sir. See, we're already starting the King of the Geek. See, it's already started. Yeah.
Be like Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau over here.
Em-
Slow down.
Em,
You
you
were
gotta-
definitely Walter Matthau.
Emily, you got a thing.
Yeah.
Just to go off of what you said, Lowdown, if you want to be old and drinking and chugging, we have a very good suggestion, Kyle and I, Smash and I both do,
I'm
is
not
this
drinking
lovely,
Club. No.
do it. Do
No,
it. That's what
I've
old
done it in
people
the past,
drink,
and
it's
it
what
ended
old
badly.
souls drink.
It
Oh,
did badly. I
that's
don't.
why I can't drink rum. I can't drink rum.
That's such cheap Canadian whiskey. You
But
should
it's
know.
so good.
You're too
For
old
the
for
price.
that cheap of bourbon.
I'm really not.
Whiskey. You really are.
No, my
You really
liver
are.
likes
Crown
it.
Royal's not that expensive. Canadian whiskey kind of sucks to begin
Hey.
with.
Not that one.
Crown Royal's not that expensive.
like 2 organizations I never want to
Ew.
be a part of is Canadian Club and members only. Like, I just want to stay the fuck out of it.
That's what I'm saying. That's like bad whiskey. It's not.
No,
It's like,
it's not.
the only thing worse than that is Black Velvet. Okay.
I don't think. No, I
Yeah,
don't
but
think
the
you
theme
can
song
quite-
is badass for Black Velvet.
Yeah.
So,
That's a-
like,
There's a song,
Yeah.
but the actual whiskey sucks. It's terrible.
It's not very nice. That's wrong. That's wrong.
It's honest. It's
I
true.
contest.
Doesn't matter if you like it or not. I'm just saying, it's true.
Right now, I'm switching
And
between
that
that
is
and an
your
IPA.
opinion.
Yeah,
And
No.
you're drinking an IPA?
I am. I'm not drinking
Why
both
did I
at the
make
same
you my
time.
co-host? God.
You're just jealous you're not here right now.
we got the IPA. We got the IPA angst going. Let's
Yep.
go, Scott. Let's
Yeah.
do it.
Oh shit!
Go.
That gross ass shit.
now, just last night, Amy and I were talking to friends about the fact that we met after the podcast started.
Mhm.
And so that was a consideration when we first started dating, that she was dating a dude that had, I am a podcast. Have you listened to my podcast? That was what she had to deal with at the beginning of us dating.
If you
And-
hadn't have used that voice, it wouldn't have been a big deal.
Yeah.
But it's that you continuously did that. That's what made me question everything.
We were talking about like your reaction, like, oh,
Well, it's a little nerve wracking when you're into somebody and they're like, I have a podcast if you want to listen to that. And you're like, oh, fuck. This could really fuck it up.
I do get that though, because if you're into somebody, you know it means you have enough interest to want to like at least see
try.
and try and support what
Right.
they're into, mutually obviously, but you should never. I hope, like I know Hobbit would never have said it in a way to make you feel obligated to listen.
Oh,
to it.
no.
Like,
no.
you can still have a relationship with somebody, and one of them does a podcast, and the other person never fucking listens to it because, like, honey, I love you, I support your life.
Oh, yeah,
goals,
that's
but
totally
I don't
fair.
want to listen to your fucking podcast. It's
Right.
just like that's that fucking simple.
Right.
I don't
My wife.
fucking listen to it.
It's kind of like that Seinfeld
Fuck
episode
yeah.
where that chick and him work everything out, except she doesn't find his stand-up funny at all. Like,
Yep.
so everything works out, and she's like, it's just all fluff. And that's all it took for Jerry to be like, fuck this.
Yep.
Yeah, no, but exactly. So
I
that
wish
there's
you really
so
did
much
put
negative
comedy.
to like actually having somebody like delve deep and you not being able to handle their opinion because they're closer to you than the average person. That is someone
it's,
who listens.
It's like saying I made a vegan tiramisu that I'd like you to try. Is I have a podcast that you should listen to. Is that
Yes.
there's a chance that it's going to be awesome, but there's way more of a chance it's going to suck.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's not-
And possibly
Exactly.
a chance you're going to throw up.
Yeah.
Just saying.
GUI
Auditory
better
sickness.
than vegan tiramisu.
that should be on a
Period.
T-shirt.
Strong tagline.
Yeah.
Vegan.
That's strong
So we got
tagline.
Mhm.
And my wife, who I had before doing all this mess, who has stuck with me doing all this mess. She doesn't listen. She's been on what, 2 episodes, I think?
two.
Yeah,
The-
two.
Yeah.
The
two.
2-parter Kevin Smith we did.
Yeah.
And other
Which,
than that,
which
she's like,
obviously made sense for her.
Oh yeah,
to be
totally.
on for
Duh.
that. Yeah.
duh.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
No, my wife has never been on any of the shows I've ever done. She's never listened to any of the shows. She's like, "Oh, that's nice. You're going to go do your podcast thing. Okay, that's cute. I'm going to drink." No. I don't want her to. I don't. It's sometimes I definitely don't want her to listen to the podcast that I do. Yeah, I'm still married after 20 some odd years. So yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
that's work.
That's awesome.
You found the reason. Yeah, good job.
Just listen to my shit. That's the reason.
Yeah.
But like Amy, you had to actually like, would you listen to what Smack My Pitch Up on your break, right?
I did, yeah, on my lunch break at work. I chose that one out of the lineup, just because I like the name the most.
Brave.
Yeah,
brave.
Very brave, yeah. And it was one of those things where I went on my lunch break and I was like, I'm gonna drive around and I'm gonna listen to the show. And I was like fucking grave about this, where I was like, this could be really bad, everyone. Let's just prepare that like I could come back really disappointed because I'm gonna have to fake it through at least some of this bullshit if I get into a relationship. And so
that's reality.
let's
though.
all
You
say a
would
quick
have-
prayer. And I came back and literally all my coworkers were like, how was the podcast? And I was like, it was good. It was not bad. We're good. We can
They
all
were
move
ready
on
to,
with our
like,
lives.
console and just be there, like, all right, cool.
They had like the shitty wine that we use for events ready to go, just in case.
Like you're walking into work like you're the doctor after surgery, and like everybody gets up out of their seats to get the results.
What's the diagnosis?
Yep, pretty much.
You got to pull your mask down slowly and just. No, we're good.
Yeah.
No, we're okay.
They lived. They
Yeah.
lived. Sorry.
My wife also stuck with me when I recorded an episode within 24 hours of my youngest son being born.
Wow.
I remember that episode.
The Logan episode.
The John Waters episode.
John Waters.
John
yeah.
Waters? Oh no,
Yes.
that was another one. Which one was the Wolverine or the Logan episode where you brought the claws?
That one was later because Leland, my
Well,
youngest,
he was supposed to be born then,
he
but
was
he got
supposed to be born the release date of Logan, and I was like, no, he better not, because I'm going to see Logan in the theaters.
Daddy commanded
that
before he
little
was born.
No, but he ended up being 2 weeks early, so I was able to do John Waters, and then still able to go see Logan after he was home.
That's very thoughtful of your
Right,
unborn
right.
child.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
my wife, for some
Yeah.
reason, loves me.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
it's funny. My wife and I were actually
My wife.
No.
at the beginning
No.
dating
Okay.
through all this. It was kind of like growing with our relationship as it was growing in GUI kind of thing. So that was interesting, because, I mean, she knew that it was something I was interested in once I saw that Hobbit, you were serious about it, because let's face it, you have a lot of ideas that
I posted about
never
that
had pull through.
in my statement that I posted on GUI today, is that like the number of dumb shit I come up with all the time is insane. Like I was gonna start a space crunk band, rap group. I was gonna
Glad that one didn't take off.
pop lid toilet seats where it's like a trash can lid that you just push down the thing and the lid comes up. And I was like, I have schematics. Like
You draw them on a napkin. Is that what
But,
that?
this one you literally started. You like invested in. You put money into it. I'm like, okay.
Well, it took me.
I'm gonna listen now.
It took me a second to actually kind of like get that through my head. Is that I was kind of annoyed in the early parts of GUI that it was hard to get people on. People were like, "Oh, that's really great." Anyway, moving on with my life, and just didn't really.
But it's also because you had a lot of things you didn't actually put anything into.
Well, not only that, but yeah, definitely that. But also, like, you're not going to like invest time and energy in somebody else's passion, without anything to prove it's worth your time.
True. No, exactly. Yeah,
So-
that's true.
And
Perfect
those early
example.
episodes sound like garbage. So, like, also
Right.
there's that.
But what I still tell people to this day is that I had basically the same type of idea on when you started GUI. You just did a way better job at it. So when I hopped on, no, trust me, way better. If you're going to let me give a compliment, let me do it.
All right.
Take it. And
he's saying
hence
take
after...
Wow.
What did you say, Lowdown?
OnlyFans.
Yeah, right.
Just commanded Hobbit to take it. Yeah.
I'm
Just
taking
take
notes.
it.
That's a
That's
soundbite.
another Patreon perk if you join the Patreon
Right.
fans. Hobbit just taking it. And
With the mic.
with Mike. But there's a reason why we also say we have the showrunners on why we started our shows and everything, because we stuck with it. We all wanted to invest our time and everything else. to grow this network as well.
Truth.
I was just going to say, I mean, you can see the passion with, starting this podcast. I mean, now it's a network. It's not just we continued GUI. It's branched out into all these other podcasts under the GUI network that was just this podcast you started. And you had all these individuals that are that passionate that we wanted to start our own shows because of how much we liked being on GUI.
True.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, after the first time I did it, I was hooked because I knew I wanted to do something like that, or I had it in me to just be a part of something like that. But because of Lowdown and you, I was, you gave me the chance. After that, I was hooked. I was like, oh, I can feel it in my veins.
The thing was, I thought I was being really novel at the time, being like, guys, what if we just drink beer and talk about nerdy shit, but we record it?
No, I've got to repeat his sales pitch. Hold on.
Oh shit!
We were hanging out, and we were already all fucking lit. So, of course, as anyone does, when they talk about this, it's like Smash said, it's the greatest idea they've ever had at that point. And he's like, guys, we sit around and fucking talk about shit we like, and what if we just set a mic down?
This is a podcast,
it. Right? I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, well, no, dude, let's do a podcast. Like, we do it anyway. We sit around and we talk about things we like. So what if we just set a mic down and recorded us doing it? And I'm like, cool.
That's the podcast.
I'm drunk. Fuck it. Let's do it.
At the time, I was like, I don't know if everything I say I want recorded.
That's fair.
I didn't know how to reel myself in off and on mic. So that's a learning curve.
Hobbit was hitting on me at one point when we first started talking about it because he was like, "You talk really well and you look me in the eyes."
Ooh, sexy time.
Hobbit's just a very intimate man.
Wonderland, so at Wonderland, anything could go.
True.
So it's like,
this has all been a 6-year-long con to fuck every one of you. And
well, you got close, dude. You were getting dry jacks for a while until COVID.
That's true.
So,
That's true. Oh, I do miss the dry jacks.
Yeah, no dry jacks. No dry jacks.
So the plus side is we are coming into where has everybody at least gotten their first shots at this point, or
we're all
Johnson and Johnson.
we're on
Deuce.
2,
One and
pretty
done.
much? Okay,
Nice.
excellent. So
I'm done. Done and done. 2 Pfizer. Done and done.
we're fucking
Done and
so
done.
close to be able to be back in the studio doing this thing again, and I'm fucking ready. The studio's I've been working on it this whole time since we moved into this new apartment, and the sound treatment is a lot better than any of the other studios we've had. We've got green screens, we've got lighting, we've got microphones, swivel stand monitors, all sorts of shit in here, fun toys for us to play with. So I'm fucking ready. We can even play a trailer.
That's for the OnlyFans, right?
We can play a trailer behind us while we talk. Dude, so can we somehow make it work to where when we the next time we do a commentary, we actually have the movie playing
well, technically with trailers, if we're doing a review of it during the trailer being played where we're talking over it, then that's okay. But a full movie, that's a big no. That's a
what if the full movie is for educational purposes?
Nope.
Or we're discussing
nope.
That's the loophole, though, is educational purposes.
No,
that's why Riff Tracks has you download the audio file and then watch the movie separately because
yeah.
Clever girl.
People wanting to make money people want to make money out over their hard efforts in creating art. Those motherfuckers. Yeah, that's.
Well, we're not making actual real money. So
no, not us. Them being like, no, you can't give our thing away for free with your thing attached to it.
Does that make us real artists then?
No,
we're just not making.
No, what I'm saying is, the stuff we do commentary on, they can get
just
free.
talking about dry hand jobs. This is not art.
That's art. Hey, art is
art. Depends on what country you
live
live
in.
Depends on what country you live in. It's art.
Yeah,
art's objective. Okay.
What I meant was the stuff we've done commentary on so far, as far as movie length, you could get free anywhere. We're not taking money away from them.
But still, I mean, whether it's free or not, they're making money on
everything.
Their lawyers don't think so.
Netflix. Everyone pretty much has. I think there's such a small percentage of people that don't have Netflix.
True.
True.
Well, and that's why we can release. We've done it before, where we've done audio commentaries where we release MP3s. People can play along with the movies and stuff, and that is okay.
So I'm about to head out, but I just wanted to say again, fucking 6 years,
Six
fucking
fucking
badass.
years, yeah.
Like I was saying, it started with me just rolling up on, one episode of this one podcast, and now like you go on our site and there's just a fuck ton of shows.
Fuck ton of shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just watching this thing grow and grow and grow, it's amazing. And like every time we talk at the end about, T Public and Steven, we were like, I guess it's like 40 designs. Like that's
I'm just like, dude, we got like 42 designs. I don't even fucking know. There's tons of shit.
It's like build up that much, so we're like, it's up to the 40s, I guess. Like so.
I remember when it was like 5.
Right.
Like, I mean, it's insane.
Remember when there was just one?
Well, we didn't have a T Public site when it was just one.
No, I know. I'm just kidding. I will say that this some of the best evolutions of nicknames has happened over the course of this. Fuck You Hunter being one of them specifically.
Hey, you're welcome. I am holding on to that because I literally think I told him fuck you.
Yeah.
Like 8 times before we even recorded that.
It was the Civil War comic.
Yeah. Fuck You Hunter.
I had seen the movie like 2 months ahead of time, and I think I might have mentioned it a few times to piss
Just
everybody
once or
off.
twice.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Fuck You Hunter.
Exactly.
I see the cast come out and fucking, live at Fuck You Hunter.
Yeah, exactly.
I had 3 different nicknames. I had 3 different nicknames before, or show names before they called on to a nickname I had already been called like half of my life. And
I think
that's
it took
how
you breaking
smashed
something,
up.
actually.
What's that?
I think it took you breaking something.
Oh, yeah, the most likely breaking something.
Oh, you mean on your 21st birthday when literally you broke 2 different beer glasses? I mean, that
in
kind of
2 different bars.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what?
That's how it became Smash.
Although the
I feel like it was done right, son.
King of the nicknames on the network has to be Scotty P.
Oh,
the number
Scotty Halflung?
Yeah, he's got like a binder full of nicknames at home that he collects.
What was it? The Portly White Queequeg, the Scotty Halflung, Lunchbox, fucking dude.
You can thank Crump for that in the early days, because Crump had a whole full name for me anyways, and then we just expanded on that.
Well, then you were the Walrus, right? You're the Walrus as well?
Walrus Cuckoo Cachoo, because that came off of the Halflung for how I sounded.
Yeah.
Which, God, if you go back and listen to those episodes,
He just whistled when he talked.
Listen to
struggle
the
busting,
Kevin
bro.
Smith episode, because I also felt so bad for that cough, because it was before the doctor told me, oh yeah, you have no lung, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey.
Oh, well, I'm heading out. Love you, bitches.
Love you, man.
Too.
All right.
Love you, brother.
Bye, Hunter.
Fuck You Hunter.
Fuck you, Hunter.
Yes.
Keep rolling. I used to call him Fred Durst. That's what I originally wanted to
when
call
he was
him.
young, he looked like
Oh
a
my
fucking
God!
Fred
If he
Durst.
I've
turns
seen
that
the
hat
pictures.
around and shaves that
We've
beard.
shown you the picture, Hobbit. I think.
Oh, yeah.
Like he's wearing a red fucking ball cap, and he hasn't
That's
gone
why I
gray
stopped
yet.
wearing that shit.
He looks like fucking Fred
Yeah.
Durst. It's-
Every time he
oh.
would walk by, I'd be like, "Keep rolling, rolling, rolling." He's like, "I hate you."
So every time like they had a disagreement, he would just be like, "What's my way? Oh, the highway."
Jesus. We were just talking about
y'all.
Limp Bizkit, that movie The Fanatic with John Travolta
Oh,
Yeah.
directed by Fred Durst.
Lord.
Fuck
that
off,
he directed,
man.
and there's that one scene where the main character's in the car and he's like, "Yeah, let's put on some Limp Bizkit. This was my jam back in the day. Yeah."
Oh, yeah.
And just starts rocking out to Limp Bizkit.
So
I was able
dude.
to do that movie with on Beautiful Disasters.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yes.
It was so, and that was the second time I watched it.
Hell yeah, right?
See, the crazy
Because I was like,
thing
oh
is,
my God.
How
But yes, I'll
bad,
watch
how
it
bad of
again.
a creator are you where you literally have to plug your other creation from like 15 years ago to
I was
try
about
to
to
make
say-
it relevant? Like, I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
Fred Durst is like, no, I'm trying to direct now, but I'm going to plug I'm going to plug Limp Bizkit. I'm like, dude, that was 15 years ago. Shut the fuck up.
Let's go.
How far along in your career do you have to be to go full Simple Jack and be in a movie directed by a guy from Limp Bizkit?
Yeah, John Travolta has fallen far.
Oh,
Oh, Jesus.
He was like way up here, and he's like below the table that this laptop's on. Right
Oh,
now,
yeah.
as far
He's
as
no
his
longer the
acting.
Scientology golden boy, so they really don't support him either.
Mm.
See,
damn.
You know
that's the Tom Cruise now.
Yeah.
Oh, Tom Cruise is the face
Still?
of Scientology.
Oh
Okay.
yes.
Yeah, he's been that
Wow.
face for a long time.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Well, he stayed not gay through his whole marriages, so
No.
they owe him a little bit.
Yeah.
Aw. Oh shit.
Talk about being gross. Ugh.
Yeah.
The Scientology, nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we got you. We got you.
Yeah. Speaking of gross, cute gross is I'm thinking about the first time that Miss Bogarde was on GUI.
Yeah, we haven't gotten to the actual episode that she was on.
The Poe episode, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was my first GUI episode.
Was it Poe episode or GUI Nights?
No, I was on the Poe episode.
You on the full length? Okay.
Mm-hmm. In the Nights. And the Nights is where Lowdown and I bonded because we made fun of Mike as a team, and it was really beautiful.
That's why that's why I thought it was Nights, because I do remember that, and I just didn't remember from that you were on the full length as well. But
I was probably just nervous and like not making a huge impression throughout the full length part of the
Nights,
episode.
we definitely tag teamed Mike. Locked him up like a pair of Chinese finger cuffs and
yeah,
fun.
Then we threw him away like a parking ticket.
Wow.
Patreon.
I love that's the only thing a partner of mine has to do to like endear themselves to Lowdown is she was just like, Mike's dumb, and Lowdown's like, yep, you're in. Cool. That's it.
None of your other exes did it, so that's their exes. I don't know.
God, I unlocked the secret like right away.
Yeah.
So good at girlfriending.
That's actually what's in that book, The Secret. Is it's just you talk shit
about your partner.
About your partner is the secret.
No, I think that's the secret. That's the secret sauce, secret ingredients to other relationship is fucking.
Absolutely.
Take the joke, talk the shit, fucking have fun.
Roast each other.
Yeah.
Can't be too sensitive with your significant other, in my opinion.
No.
I mean, well, obviously there's certain things, but I mean, like in general conversation, it's like, no, fucking talk shit, do the thing.
You need to have at least that one person, especially in a relationship, that either that can tolerate your shit but can give it right back to you.
Yeah.
So
I commend
your head
my wife.
doesn't get-
She God.
Oh yeah, listen.
There are
dealing
days
with
when
you?
she has to deal with a lot of shit. Yeah.
Jeb does it. Jeb
Really?
same thing, man. Same thing. Many a times I have been threatened. I'm like, oh, I fucked up. Like you didn't even actually say any words. You just looked at me.
Cheers to you, Em.
Yeah.
He does
Cheers, guy.
He does a turn thing, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah. You done fucked up, son.
I gotta go to Wawa.
I don't think you really meant to say what you meant
that's
to
what
say.
she does.
So Kyle and I are kind of similar.
Do you want to try that again?
So Kyle and I are kind of similar in that we don't always think of the emotional reaction to some of the things we say, and that ends up biting us in the ass.
Oh, it got deep.
Very true.
It got deep. So true.
Yeah.
With Kyle, we've talked about that. We were very similar in that fashion. Like, oh fuck.
When we drink,
Damn it.
we're happy, emotional, like, I'll cry on your shoulder. But then, sober-wise, it's like, what happened? I didn't mean what? So that hurt your feelings?
That's literally what it is. It's ridiculous. I don't know. We're so stunted. It's retarded.
That's from being on a podcast. That's what that is.
I've been married so long, I just walk into a room and start apologizing for shit. Because, like, I'm sorry. Whatever the fuck it was. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Now can you tell me what the hell I did this time?
I already apologized. It's out of the
Apologize
way.
and shit.
What do you
What's
do?
wrong?
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Well, and
I'm sorry, hon. Grab your purse. We're going to. We're gonna go to the outlet store. I'm gonna buy you something.
Right?
Why? I don't know. I have a feeling I fucked up.
We're gonna go into the Crocs store. You can get 2 pairs, whatever. Go to town.
Laughing like, oh, Crocs. That's cute. Yeah.
No,
I would
there's
love
nothing
to know.
cute about Crocs.
No,
That's
but she's
all
like,
what it is.
no, I meant like, she's like, you think Crocs? No, I'm talking like Finks, bitch.
Right?
If I walked in and offered to buy my wife Crocs, that would be the cause for the divorce, not the kid's ass.
Well, it's Crocs. It's Crocs or Wilson Leather, and you're not getting Wilson Leather. So, like,
oh, hey man, if anyone's getting Wilson Leather, it's me. Just saying. Just saying. They got some baller ass jackets in there.
No, but we are talking about relationships and being able to like bounce off of another person, and be able to talk smack and like have that kind of relationship, and that is definitely something that everybody, the showrunners and the regular panelists, the family of GUI that has developed over this past 6 years definitely has with one another. Is that there's always times that we've gone a little too far, or we've like pushed the limits a little bit here and there, as it happens even in marriages and relationships. But we always come back to make sure that everybody's like good and taken care of and loved and
yeah, because there has been times that where like someone has expressed like, hey, that was, but then we okay, like let's talk about that. Like, what was it? And let's well, sorry we went that extra mile that was too much, and like we'll just wrangle it back in, and it's just you just have the communication is still there within the shit talk.
Sure.
I've been doing GUI for over half my marriage.
Wow.
Wow.
I've been doing GUI since I knew my wife. Period.
Yep.
Jennifer and I have been together for 13 years. It's our 10-year wedding anniversary in August.
Wow.
Badass.
Wow.
Nice job.
13th, 8th. Wait, there's a lot of marriages. I know a lot of people that got married in August. I know someone that got married on the 11th. Someone that got married.
Ours is the 20th.
So okay, you're later in the month. I hadn't gotten that far down yet. Sorry.
Sure.
Seriously, I know like 8 people that got married in August. So anniversaries are kind of
Popular.
That's a lot.
Yeah. No, fair enough.
Yeah.
But it's been really interesting to see how this thing has evolved and how relationships have been built or strengthened. Already existing friendships have strengthened through this podcast. I mean, Lowdown and I, we've been friends for forever, but there were a couple years here and there that we didn't talk because, not for any issues, just, you lose touch with people or you just don't see them as much. Yeah, just life stuff.
Well, and we were younger and just kind of being fuck-offs too, so that always accounts for it too. When you're in your mid-late 20s, you're fucking off, dude. You know what I mean? It was definitely some of that too. Our paths just didn't kind of intersect again until we kind of got our wits about us.
Yep.
That's the way I look at it. Honestly,
pretty much.
The time we didn't talk, I know where I was at. I'm not speaking for you, but I was a fuck about at the time.
Oh no, yeah, same. That's fine. Yep,
I can concur.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Smash actually knew me then. I was a fucking wreck.
I've heard a few stories from that era.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah. I'm basically lucky I didn't go to jail multiple times during that time.
That's kind of where I was at too. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was going to say, with most of y'all, we should have crossed paths even years ago before we started doing GUI.
Just because of the intersecting lives, we all know we intersect with each other already before even knowing each other.
I know a bunch of us have been at the same parties,
same
shows, everything, but we just didn't know each other and just ran with different people at the time.
And you know what? That's a really good point you bring up because now when I'm at a show, and I don't give a fuck what show it is, if I'm in the pit, which we generally always end up in the pit, and I'm rocking next to somebody, I don't give a fuck if I know them or not. I'll wrap my arm around them and they'll fucking look over, they'll smile, and they're singing along. I don't give a fuck who you are, dude. I don't know you. I'm going to fucking sing along with you. We can get names later. But you know what? Now I've had that bond. Because I feel like I missed out on a lot of that when I was younger by not just doing that with people I didn't know. I felt like I had to know them to do that. And then within the community of metal and punk and all that, you actually don't. You're all there for the same reason. You're all there to experience.
And some of us had a good run of a bunch of shows that happened before the shutdown and everything occurred.
Yeah, we were
we had a great run of a bunch of shows that we went to.
Yeah.
So
when I feel that same bonding experience happens on the episodes as well, is that there were people that were suggested to me to come on, like Smash, for example. It's I got a buddy that is interested in coming on. He'd be a real asset to the show. And then he's one of my closest friends now. And people that, that you guys have met, that I've known, that I've had put on a show, like Riser and shit, that everybody adores each other now, and we're all good friends. And that's really helped.
Riser and his girl are such good people.
Oh, they're such good people.
Dude. Fuck yes. Such good fucking people.
Yeah, and that's happened with a number of people where we've actually kind of had a reason to have them on because they're familiar of a certain subject we're talking about. But because we get to have that bonding moment, arm in arm at a show kind of thing, with talking about something that we all love, that is truly an adhesive that bonds us all together, and you get to that shared experience. It's very important, and I love what it's done.
Yes, no, it's very important, and you're right. I know Riser, if he's still watching, I pigeonhole the fuck out of him for Stephen King stuff, but it's also because that's kind of how we bonded, was because we both had this insane, not healthy obsession with Stephen King properties as far as literature goes, the actual books. So I'm oh wait, he loves Stephen King as much as me. So anything with madness has to do with King, I really want him on because I know it's coming from a similar place, and then I'll get somebody else who's not as in depth. So we've got a really cool dynamic on a Stephen King specific episode, right? But it's so few and far between that I actually meet King fans as hardcore as I am. So that was definitely that was there's definitely a bonding, and I do kind of exploit that. But he loves it because he knows I'm bringing him on for that to talk about his knowledge of Stephen King.
Well,
So,
I mean, that's where we kind of started with him on the shows, was his Stephen King love. But that's how it's been with so many of our other regular contributors, people that you were talking to about starting their own shows, people that are regular guests on all the different shows on the network. I mean, talking like Katie from Nerdcropolis. It's amazing. Murphy, of course, who we're begging to start their own show on the network.
Please.
It's like well overdue. So,
I think whenever they do start, they'll crush it.
Absolutely.
no doubt whatsoever.
Murphy has about 3 or 4 projects with various GUI people, that are supposed to happen. Like, we just got to get it kickstarted. Like, her and I have even talked about a project because of they actually wrote a story based on some of the stories, like a horror-esque story I told about Logan one time.
Oh, I think I remember you talking about that.
Yeah, like they have actually sent me a few, like 2 stories that I'm just like, let's publish a book together.
They wrote they were sending out stories at one point, like, hey, everyone, just if you want to spend the time, read the stories, give me feedback, and they did that like 2 or 3 separate times, and there was some stories.
They're pretty amazing.
Honestly, yeah,
the stories are
about 2 of them based on Logan.
Nice,
that's cool.
Yeah.
So no, but they have been a recurring guest on Madness. I'm actually I discussed with F.U. Hunter an episode that we want to do in June. And because they had actually posted about hey, I need some recommendations for horror movies, and I just started dropping a specific between 2 directors specific movies, and they were like, oh, I'm gonna watch all these. I've already watched this. I'm gonna finish watching the other ones I haven't watched. I'm like, okay, cool. You're definitely can be on that episode.
And you know what? To anyone out there listening and watching right now, if you are a Supernatural fan, I promise, me and Lowdown have been talking. We have been working on something for a very long time.
The second big influx happened, and
but we are going to get there. So that's my little beagle. I think M's she's going to roll out.
Yeah, I think I'm about to roll out because this little lady, she's got to go back.
Puppy.
Aurora.
Hey, Aurora.
So cute.
She's chunky monkey, but I'm going to take her out.
That would bark at anything.
Yeah, her voice is an actual weapon. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It's like Rocket Raccoon. She was designed in a fucking lab to just break windows and eardrums.
Nice.
She still barks at everything. Everything.
Yeah.
She barks at. Isn't that right?
I haven't seen that dog in almost a year. Holy shit.
Yeah, she's
I would see it once a week, roughly every other week. Aw.
All right, you ready to go outside? All right, well, guys, let me just say that first of all, Smash is the reason why I know all of you, and I'm very thankful that I've been able
Glad
to
he was good for something.
Right.
Yes.
I'm glad that I've been able to meet all of you and become good friends with you all. So
fuck yeah.
Happy 6 years on GUI, and I'm glad to be around and a part of it. So
hell yeah.
You all
Yeah,
have
we're
a wonderful evening.
for being in the group.
Thank you. I love you.
Thanks, guys. I love you more, honey.
Bye, Emily.
I'll see you sometime.
Bye. Well, and we are.
You'll see me downstairs because I'm downstairs. So
Stop, Kyle. Stop. Just.
Bye, guys.
I'll see you around.
Yeah, right. Time to hit
On the
the
flip
dusty
side.
trail.
It's a Tuesday, Slick.
And we are getting to the end of this live stream here.
Yeah.
So, but I do want to, there's so many people that have contributed over the years for the podcast and the network.
Oh, well, let's talk about some of the music. I mean, right off the bat, this fucking the Creep-A-Zoids,
Oh,
man.
fuck
they fucking dude, 6 years we have been using Creep-A-Zoid fucking songs, man. So I mean, that's thank
It's been
you
incredible.
so much.
And
everyone involved.
The first 3 that we got to use a Gajira experiment for the intro music as well was great. That was a relief to have a solid track to
and a killer track. I mean, it's good music, right?
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah, that's pretty goddamn good.
We've had a lot of luck with getting local musicians and artists to contribute either music or art that has we've been able to use for either just social media stuff or episodes or even our TeePublic site as well. So
we definitely have some local art. We've had local artists, especially during the last year, and them work being few and far between because of lockdowns. Commissioning your local artist for something is
Super
like
important.
the best way you can help them.
Yep.
It's super important. It really is.
And
because if you want them around after this to do any tattoo work or any kind of art, they need to be able to survive during this.
Yep.
So that's very important.
And then even with our website, first Lorna helped us out with that, and then Emily after her helping us get like a website that we can compile all the crazy shit we do into one place.
Yes.
With
that, and I remember that website. I was like, oh yeah, that drop was like, yeah.
That was important. Yeah. That was.
Yeah.
I felt like that's really when I was like, oh, we're real now. Like we're like,
Well,
like a
the
real
original,
thing.
well, okay. In fairness, the OG website was Lorna.
Yeah, correct.
Too. So we have Lorna and Emily. We had two people to thank for our websites. Like the very first, I remember we were sitting up. You and I were sitting up after an episode, figuring, okay, well, like if I pay with this, I'll pay this part, and here's, we'll throw my card number in, and we'll get the license and yada yada to get the original website that Lorna created up. Which then it was like, oh fuck, we've got a website, and then it was just.
That first website was too nice for us. Like that was.
Yeah. She kind of went like, it was like, oh, yeah, we're too. That's too big.
If we were legitimate anything,
that is not a website for a podcast that talks about dicks as much as we talk about dicks. Like it needs to be like, a little bit more.
Dry hand jobs can't have a nice website.
Right now.
No, can't have a website. No, can't have a nice website.
You need a website
dirty,
that
but,
looks like the bathroom in an abandoned gas station, just like, like a screen door hanging on the front, just
dark corners
and bathrooms. Yeah. There you go.
No, but even the site that Emily built us was more functional for our needs, and it still looks solid. It looks
solid as fuck. I love going to our website because I don't go all the time, but when I go, because I don't need to, I've got links to everything. I don't need to actually go to the website. It's like, damn, it flows good. Fucking flows, son.
Oh yeah, it does.
I love
Just
it.
like the old days, right? www.
Yeah, the website we're talking about is GUIpodcast.com, and that's where you can get all the links to all the different shows in the network. Do some exploring. We've got some archive episodes of some shows that we either have on hiatus or have done in the past and decided to move with some other idea over time.
Different direction.
Yeah.
Different direction,
For GUI, the first 41 episodes of GUI are not available on the stream, but you can find it in a zip file under the Geeks Under the Influence tab on the homepage, because that's before we got the new board, and the quality is not up to the snuff that we've come to expect on the episodes, so we didn't want people coming in for the first time and listening to like episode 1 or 2 and going, oh no, this is hot garbage, and just never listening again. So we decided to make them available, but not on the stream. So,
well, I know I'm looking forward to unzipping it and learning everything about horror. And
all of
listening to episode 2.
I was like,
being a student of horror.
What happened?
Like literally the last I feel like 20 minutes is just me and someone else arguing about Michael Myers and Jason.
Perfect.
I think so, yeah.
I'm not surprised either.
No.
It's a
I
valid
haven't listened
argument.
to that. I listened to that episode way back when, and that's probably about the time I was like, all right, I'm done.
Who was who? Who argued for who? Mr.
I don't
Noel?
remember.
I don't know, but I'm for Jason.
Those
Myers is a
were the
bitch.
before
Jason.
4 times. Like nothing. Like I can't remember anything from the before 4 times. Like they're all, it's all just a blend.
BC.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, exactly.
BC. Before COVID, yeah. That's,
But
God.
I'm glad
that's where we're at.
We've still got a long way to go before things return entirely to normal, but there is going to be some semblance of normal that we're going to be able to return to in the very near future. And I'm so beyond excited to be able to get back in the studio in person with you guys and like really, because as much as we've been able to make Zoom work for our purposes, there is something missing from that in-person element that you just can't capture via.
Oh yeah, I mean, we went over that after the first big surge when we had to do so this time last year we were doing remote, and then we had that small stint. I mean, we said the same thing. Like it's just not
the same,
not the snuff.
You're sharing it. The energy's different for sure.
Yep.
Oh yeah, the energy's total. I mean, we still have solid fucking energy. I'm not going to say that.
Yeah.
I think we're still ripping I think we're still like fire.
Oh, we're still having fun.
We're sending it through phone lines instead of being right next to each other.
Exactly. And
so you can feel Hobbit's body heat.
Under the network or in the network or listeners of the network know I'm all about the organic experience. So
Yeah.
fuck the
Right.
screens, fuck all that. I want to be in your face. I want you to
Mhm.
smell
Fucking
the
your
garlic cake
ears,
for lunch.
apparently.
Fucking your ears.
I
Yeah.
want to feel the same
Yeah.
heat that's making that bead of sweat go down your forehead. Like
There
I
you
want to
go.
be there in
See,
the
let me
moment.
even throw it
I'm
out
going
there
back to Amy, just
because
fucking ears. That's kind of where I'm at now.
Mhm.
Well,
the
anyway.
Geek Fathers too, because especially now because we release every other week, you realize within a few months the Geek Fathers, or started as the Geek Father, will be at episode 100.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, dude.
awesome.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
We
There's
will
a-
hit episode 100 probably by the end of the summer. Only
Fucking
because
plural.
we started releasing every other week.
Yeah. You'd already be at 100 if you'd. Yeah, but
Yep.
you had to adjust your format, and so
Mhm.
Absolutely.
that.
And
yeah.
with Smash and I, and
Yeah.
I
Oh,
cannot
yeah.
wait to start recording again, like in person.
I know.
Just
No
Ugh.
shit.
I know.
And-
Because our shines on these fucking Zoom calls, they're no
oh,
joke.
the
My own
Yeah,
eyes
yeah,
hurt from
yeah.
looking at me
Yeah.
and you.
When I'm looking at like some of the shows that are going to be getting to 100 in the not too distant future, like Geek Fathers is getting to 100 pretty soon. I know that Smack My Pitch Up isn't too far away from 100 as well.
Yep.
I think probably Beautiful Disasters isn't too far off from that as well. I would assume. We're getting there.
Yeah. Madness
Oh, yeah.
is 25 away, so we'll be there probably by the fall.
Damn,
That's
amazing.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
And you were one of the later shows to join up too, like or to get
Well,
started.
COVID, we had ideas to kind of go from every other week to weekly with doing like batch recording and minis, and then like COVID kind of solidified it where like we weren't
Oh yeah.
doing in like we're like okay we wanted to still move forward with that, and then when we would set up a Zoom recording we would just knock out 2 episodes.
that means
in the
like
next 2
within
weeks,
this year we're going to be probably surpassing 700 or 800 episodes as a network that we have out in the world.
That's awesome.
Holy
That's
shit.
crazy.
That's
How many
insane.
hours of fucking audio is that?
We're
Holy
at
shit.
like two weeks now. I think at this point of like audio that's out there in the world.
Well,
Bad
it's
for anybody who
insane.
takes on that task.
Right.
Right.
Like just run
Right.
through the network of audio. You're like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Well,
you need like Care Bears in between.
Well, I've had people ask like, where should I start? And I'm like, fuck, I don't know. Like,
flagship, just get the feel,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
move. And
Yeah.
that's what I say. It's like just
Just
start with
pick one.
flagship, get the feel,
Yeah.
and move
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I've been doing this show for almost 5 years now. That's a grand total of maybe 12 hours total
Yeah,
of audio. that I've
5 minutes.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
12 hours, maybe that much.
yeah, but that's an
Yeah.
important 12 hours, sir, and I
Mhm.
appreciate
Yeah, oh,
it.
yeah.
Very true.
Yeah.
And like I said, like I think your show's got I think that precap's got a lot of traction just for the. It's a one-stop shop for everything that any
it's-
nerd could want.
You
Honestly,
got a dynamite
yeah.
voice.
it's been helpful
Mhm.
for me just knowing what's coming out that week and
Yeah.
the stuff
Yeah.
that I remember it was coming out and didn't remember when until I listened to the
I
precap.
said, oh shit, I gotta
I don't think
edit
a lot
that.
of other.
Yeah, right.
I don't think there's a lot of podcasts that do that. Concept of just doing the what's coming out this week thing either.
Yep.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
that does kind of
Yeah,
help
why not
GUI
do it?
stand out
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I know there are some, but I mean, like
Yeah.
the consistency and the style that you do. Like I said, you add the sci-fi element of time travel into it, and
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
makes
Oh,
it
that's
stand
fun.
out even
It's
more
really
so.
fun.
you know? So
It's good stuff.
yeah, fuck yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
So yeah,
All
we're
right.
gonna get off here and
Yeah,
return
you
to
are.
our live. Yeah, fuck yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And that's
Amy's gonna
$10 a
unzip
month.
Something.
On Patreon.
And it's a horror.
With Groots' face.
Hey, wait, no, there's a discount if you buy 3 months at once. You get 10% off.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I don't need any more
Oh.
percent off, honestly. Like I need as much of it as I can get.
Is that Groots' face? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Is that lotion? No,
Oh.
that's not lotion.
Oh god.
Oh.
And for $10 more, you get the chicken mask.
Mhm.
So
Oh shit.
I'm getting wild.
We've
over
also
here.
got the Ultron pop-up that's
We do.
life size.
Yeah, we
Yep.
do.
Have some fun
Yeah.
with that too.
Yeah, we're adults that have lots of masks and
Mhm.
dumb shit in this
Fuck it.
room. But
Fuck
Have
yeah.
you seen behind me?
right.
Keep it creative.
Right.
So yeah, again, my panelists that are on here and the ones that weren't able to make it or have already left, like this network is because of you guys. I mean, the amount of times that I've been frustrated over the years of dealing with, there's a lot of work that goes into running a podcast, and especially when it goes into like a network, and having that support system of you guys, like that's really helped keep this thing going. I know that's part of the reason why Lowdown is my partner in this whole fucking debaucherous little journey here, is because the amount of times you've been able to snap me out of my like spiraling due to just something not going the right way or whatever. That's been immensely helpful. And just having people somebody's playing the live.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. That's my phone, and my phone needs to shut the hell up.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Hey,
It's
again,
a time travel thing again.
Yeah,
why
it's
remote
time
sucks.
travel.
We run across
That's
these
what
kind of
it is.
problems with the remote. I mean, it's just there's a lot more option for technical difficulties.
Well,
when you're
and that's
doing
why I'm going to
remote.
throw a
That's why
little.
We can't wait.
I'm going to throw a disclaimer on the front, being like, "Hey, we recorded this live. I did not edit. Like, I leveled everything.
No,
and
it's
I-
dude, it's what it is. I mean,
Didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, I'm not
Exactly.
cutting shit. Like, this is going to go out tomorrow on our audio stream as an audio track. Just for people that didn't get a chance to catch it on the live stream. Although the live stream will still be up and available on our Facebook page at GUI Podcast RVA on Facebook. The links for that and all the other social media stuff's at GUIPodcast.com. But yeah, check out the video because I think it's been really fun to. There's puppets and masks and all sorts of dumb shit we've been doing. So
facial expressions. And I think that's where I think we're bare bones at this point.
Yeah.
Just facial expressions.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
and of course,
love every one of you fuckers.
Fuck yeah. And of course, our listeners and friends that have been supportive over the past 6 years, like that's been.
They were included.
Amen to that.
Yeah, they're definitely
they
included
were
in
included
fuckers.
in
Yeah,
fuckers.
for sure.
All those fucking fuckers, man.
All those fucking fuckers.
We've got some amazing people that are, are friends, but also have been really supportive of this, crazy network that we've created, and coming out to live shows, guesting on episodes whenever they can, buying the merchandise, telling their friends and family about it, just really being, cheerleaders for the network, and that's been incredible.
Yes.
And honestly, even just like listeners that we've never talked on social media, or we've never like interacted more than just you listening to the shows, and we've become a regular thing for you to listen to us. That still means a hell of a lot to us. Just that we've
let me
got a
even
little
say
spot in your
genuine
life.
support. It's not just friends saying, "Yeah, you guys are doing a great job." We have actual listener supporters for that are in it 100% along with us.
Yep,
we do,
and that's amazing. So I want to thank all of you and all of our showrunners for making this thing happen for 6 years. It's kind of one of those like, fuck, we'll do it until they catch us that we don't know what we're doing. It's like, I still feel like
never know.
Yeah, I still feel like we're tricking people.
We have 365 days to pull something else off. I don't know what, but we're going to figure out
Like
something.
we're walking into Apple Podcast. It's just three of us in a long coat. We're like, yeah, we're a podcast.
Oh shit.
Basically, yes.
Yeah, pretty much. So
there's no other way to describe it.
Until somebody doesn't let us do this anymore, and or it stops being fun.
That's kind of the beauty of the podcast is no one can tell us not to do it.
Yeah, exactly. So so I've loved this past 6 years, and I'm excited to see what the next 6 have in store. And I couldn't ask for a better group of people to do this with. So that's where I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna get all fucking misty eyed. I did that earlier today.
I see it.
So
Dear, I knew it was gonna happen.
You've already done
Before I
it.
have
It's
it.
fine.
Get him a tissue.
This means a lot to me, and it's not just like accolades and stuff. That's not really the point. It's just that being able to create something that you can care about and other people care about too. That's awesome, and I can't think of a better feeling than having that. So
it is true. Like like when I see the releases and I see all that, it is like you're like, fuck yeah, okay.
Yeah.
4 releases this week, 3 releases this week, 5 releases, all different shows. You're like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man. That's,
so I would say
it's just a feeling that you can't, it's hard to describe it. Really, it is.
It really
It's community.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
And I do want to stress to anybody listening that has been thinking about starting their own show or starting some creative project, not necessarily even podcasting. If you want to do a YouTube thing,
YouTube or
a
blog,
band,
writing,
or whatever,
typing, blogging, fucking, it's creative. It's getting an outlet. It's out there.
Don't do yourself in the world a disservice by waiting because you don't know how to do it perfect yet. The only way that you're going to get better at something is by practicing. And
everyone under this network has, I feel like, spent money doing it the wrong way. You need to do it the right way.
You
Correct.
will
It's just what it
fail
is.
more than you succeed, but if you enjoy the ride, then it doesn't fucking matter.
Yep. Absolutely.
Hey, what's that quote? If you're gonna fail, fail often and always fail forward.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Damn right.
John
Always
C. Maxwell,
forward, brother.
I think, said that.
Nice.
Fail forward.
And we fail often, so
Yeah.
that's,
Oh,
And
true.
we still keep moving.
we still keep
Mhm.
moving
I think
forward.
we face planted a few times. And
Oh.
we'll keep
Oh,
rocking.
dude, yeah, no, I'm talking nose to the ground, fucking
Right?
legs in the air, just fucking ass up.
Oh
It
yeah,
was terrible.
100%.
You
So-
love your
Literally
ass
and
up, I know that.
figuratively.
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. Save it.
For
Oh,
later.
We gotta make a GUI OnlyFans shirt.
You gotta
dude.
send it to
Let me
first.
use the
Dude,
name,
Hobbit,
but
work
his
on
ass
that,
is up.
please,
Yeah,
sir.
I
Work on
really
that.
do. I need to do that because that's kind of amazing.
Yeah, fuck. All right.
All right, so
All right, guys.
from us here at Geeks Under the Influence, thank you so much for listening, and we'll find you next week for another episode of Geeks Under the Influence. Make sure to rate, review, subscribe to all the shows in the network, this and the other ones, and tell the world what dumb shit you listen to, and have your family judge you for it, or maybe they'll enjoy it as well. You never know. I want somebody's 80-year-old grandmother that wants to start their. I'll give a blessing to geriatrics under the influence if there's a
Yes.
80-year-olds wanna
Yes.
fucking, I'm
Dude.
so on board.
Yes.
You have my fucking blessing. That'd be
Mhm.
I will
amazing.
subscribe. I will buy merch. Please
Oh hell yeah!
make
I
that
will
happen.
get in on that Patreon. No
Absolutely.
problem.
100%.
Seriously.
Now that's a
Yes.
different OnlyFans than our OnlyFans, but that's a different kink, I think. But yeah, I definitely am excited about people finding their creative outlet and exploring it. That's some of the most important things you can have in life is having a way to make something. So
Yes.
and yeah, I appreciate being able to do that with my friends. So that's
Amen.
it. Yeah, thank you so much for listening. We'll find you next time. I'm Mike the Hobbit. This is Geeks Under the Influence, and join us or die.
Hobbit. Dude, shut the fuck up.
Join us or die. Join us or die. Or I will swallow your soul.
GUIPodcast.com.
I have a podcast. Have you listened to my podcast?